give us your overall thoughts on that.
Yeah, I thought it was a high quality game. I thought both teams were high completion, and I thought there was some physicality about it. So it's early in the year. It's only our second game, it was their third. So I think all teams are sort of building at the moment and trying to work things out a little bit, especially the new rules. But it was I like the way we started very clinical, and had a bit of adversity with the sin binning. We handled well, and they got some momentum through that period. I thought we managed it well because we could have got a bit nervy and everything like that, but we were pretty composed, so I'm probably most happy with that.
I say they're a difficult side to stop, aren't they, once they get some momentum going, but did you always feel in control of that game?
I certainly did. I felt like we were in control, but I was also, always a little bit, you're always cautious to feel that way as a coach, especially when they've got some quality players. As we saw, some of the points they scored were great. They've got some great players, and obviously they're very well coached. So, they're always dangerous. We never really got too far away from them. Especially the 2 points on half time, so just keeps them 2 tries close.
Yeah. Just having a look at the reaction from some fans after the game, and a lot of them are saying that's a game we'd have lost last year. You think that's a fair thing for them to say?
It's their opinions, isn't it? I think it was a hard game. It was a hard game. I think Wakefield are a good side. So it's very hard for me to say that because we didn't win too many in the second half of last year. So it's that's probably a fair comment, I'd say.
Yeah. Mark Sneed, in the end, his boot, both from the hand and from the tee, it kept you at range, didn't it? And I guess that's what you signed to do, doesn't it? Just get you home in games like this.
Yeah, well, I think that's Mark's DNA, but I think more than anything, I think his defence has been really strong for us. I think it's something I really challenged him on over the off season. He's really, I dare say, he's probably trained harder than he has done in the past 5 or 6 years. And I think we've seen a little bit of that in his defensive performance as well. He's really getting himself into good positions and making better plays. But we all know what he can do with the ball. On his foot with his hands, and it's valuable to the group.
There's a lot of chat about how things might look in the house next year for Warrington. In that form, and if he's dialed in like that, do you think
you're not asking me this question, are you? You're not asking me this question now at round 2, are you?
I have to, mate. I have to.
Just ask me that again in 6 months' time. So I'm in the same category as well. So I'm just so focused on what we're doing. And trying to make it a little bit better right now. That'll take place over time, I'd imagine.
Obviously, a lot said about Kai Taylor-Ray's attacking game with the ball in his hand, and he had another great line break that nearly led to a try in the first half. But we saw the other side of his game tonight, didn't he? He was testing under the high ball, came through really well, defended really well, made some good defensive interventions.
Yeah, I would agree. Kai's been challenged, on his ability to defend and make plays, and his ability to, get to the ball and not worried if he makes an error or anything. I just like the courage that he took to his game tonight. So I thought he had a good all-round game tonight. We saw sprinkles of his speed and ability to break the line, but we also saw a bit more of a complete game in terms of his defence and time in the air and his link play. So there's a lot for him to still work on, but we're happy with his development at the moment.
We spoke in the week, didn't we, about how this would be a test of your consistency, how he handled not only a side that caused you issues last year, but coming off a 2-week break as well, where you were forced to stop, having built some momentum. But you must feel like this is a big tick in the box on that front.
Yeah, well, not getting carried away. It wasn't ideal to break, but I thought we handled it well, both the staff and players. We saw that in performance. We had to be very good today to win, and we were. So we went a little bit off. I think we could be better in our contact at times, so that's something we'll have a little look at. But I thought we were where we needed to be to get the result tonight. Again, it's early in the year, and you just need to keep picking them up as you can.
Any injuries to report? Or
I've not been in the change rooms too long, but by all accounts, I didn't have to make any forced changes. So hopefully that means everyone's coming through okay.
obviously I think you'd assume you'd have Matty Ashton back for your next week, but Josh Smith again did nothing wrong tonight, did he? So it's a nice headache to have.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough call to make whether I play Matty or not next week. I don't know yet.
You talk about the new rules. How do you think you've adapted so far?
No, I think we're learning. I think I think it suits the way we play. I think it suits some of our players and our style. So I think that's beneficial. I think I need to get a bit more clarity on those as well. I think we all do. I think the game in the last 20 minutes just got lost a tiny bit. If I'm being totally honest, I'm not having a shot at anyone. I think it's hard for everyone, the officials and everything. But I think the product was so good tonight. I think it just lost its way a bit in the back 20 minutes as a whole. We kept changing batteries and stopping games, and it's like the referees had stopped the game 3 times for changing batteries. It's just from a product point. It's just we need to tidy that up. It's just I think everyone. I'm just telling the truth. I think everyone else feels the same. It was a really tight game. We've got to be a little bit better there, I'd say.
So what have you heard from Danny Walker? How's he finding?
Yeah, I think Danny's is going to grow into the year as well, but I think he's been very consistent the first couple of rounds. I think he's he's got great speed and awareness through there, and he's had some nice moments. I think he's going to get better as well as the year goes on. He feels that a little bit easier.
And on that, you were talking about some of the improvements he's been trying to make for this season. What were the sort of things you were saying to him at the beginning of pre-season, perhaps, about how to approach this year?
I wanted to see him, whether he's got 1 year or 2 or 3 years left, I think he needs to give his best self to the pre-season. He has done, he's been great. He's not missed anything, he's not missed a beat really. He's probably lifted more weights than he's ever done before, and a few things, more wrestle sessions than he's been used to. So, but we've seen it in his performance. I think he's definitely improving.
We had to be reluctantly thrown into a few of those.
No, he actually learned to enjoy it. So I think that's probably the trick. Is you got to enjoy it. Yeah.